Another point I'd like to address is when I talk about the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and I tell a story about the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and people attack me for being a wide-eyed chassid or call me all kinds of different names, and I won't mention the names on the video. There are people who criticize the Rebbe who are supposedly scholars and supposedly righteous men. Most of these people never saw the Rebbe. Most of these people never engaged in a discussion with the Rebbe or read the Rebbe's Torahs. Those who did, most of them changed their minds. Most of them were highly impressed by the Rebbe's righteousness, by the Rebbe's erudition, by the Rebbe's brilliance. There is a great spiritual leader by the name of Rabbi Moshe Wolfson. He is the spiritual guide of one of the largest yeshivas in the world, Rebbe'S, and he has a community of hundreds, if not thousands, of young men who are people of stature. And he tells them that they should go to visit the gravesite of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. In fact, he says that today all the prayers of Israel go through the gravesite of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. He's not a chassid, was never a card-carrying Lubavitcher, but he recognized the true holiness of the Rebbe, and as a result of that, just as a person who went to a doctor and sees that the doctor is an expert, shares the knowledge of the doctor with someone else, so too Rabbi Moshe Wolfson shared the knowledge that the holiness of the Rebbe is something that Klal Yisrael should celebrate, not oppose. Those who speak ill of the Rebbe or the Rebbe's Teiros or the Rebbe's Chassidim ultimately will have to face judgment for that. That's my opinion. I know some of you disagree, but that's my clear opinion. And one should be very careful, especially when you're dealing with what is called nefashos, dealing with life and death issues or issues that affect people's livelihoods. People who believe that the Lubavitcher Rebbe is the Messiah, even after his passing 18 and a half years later, are entitled to have that belief. It's not against the Torah. It may be foolish. It doesn't say anywhere that a person can't be foolish. But that doesn't make a heretic. Being foolish and being a heretic are two different things. And to go ahead then and to issue a ban because there's one or two or three or five crazy people who say things that are inappropriate. And I've explained some of those concepts in previous videos. To go ahead and to attack people and to try to destroy their livelihoods because of an association which you don't agree with is an element of nefashos. And in nefashos, there's a rule. You can't issue a verdict unless you've actually taken the person to court. Until you've actually taken the person to court, you have to assume that the person is not guilty. That's the standard procedure for courts in this country as well. You are innocent until proven guilty. Unfortunately, many people out there who hate other people, or who need to hate other people, that's their sickness, say that people are guilty before they're proven innocent. And that's most unfortunate. And times will change, and people will change as well. I want to also